What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Chaos Zero Nightmare video. Today is a pretty different video. We're not actually talking about the gameplay itself or anything like that, or builds or decks or anything cool, but we're just going to talk about the revenue. And I think this month was a huge kind of like turning point people expected in the revenue for Chaos Zero Nightmare. I think a lot of people expected the launch hype to die down and the revenue to actually drop, which makes sense. It's normal for every single game. I'm not going to talk about the other games. I'm just going to talk about CZN. And you're going to see here at number 16, CZN actually went up in revenue, which is actually crazy to me. If you actually look here, we did go up about 10%, and the downloads have went down. So the reason why this actually happens is because, or I guess happened to CZN, is because the reroll process for CZN right now is really bad. So for newer players, it's really hard for them to get into the game. So I really hope that they do something about it, because if you guys remember at the beginning of the game when we were playing and rerolling, well, we had a ton of those mail summons from the pre-launch. There was even a period in November with all those apologies. We actually had a ton of summons as well. But now, you don't really get anything as a new player. So the downloads have definitely gone down. So I think they should do something to help new players out in terms of re-rolling. But the good thing is the revenue has went up. And why is this happening? So I think the most obvious reason why the revenue went up is because we have Serennial, right? So Serennial, seasonal banner, this gives a lot of people fear of missing out, FOMO, same thing with the partner. And the partner ended up being extremely good for her. So it's like one of the first partners where you kind of really want to pull for it for the character that it's used for, which is Serennial. Also a nice bonus is you get Arwen on top of it, which is one of the best controller healing partners in the game as well. So this banner was a huge hit, right? Another one, as you saw with my background, was Chizuru was this month, right? Chizuru was a character a lot of people were waiting for. One, because her design is amazing, her preview looked absolutely insane, and also because the banner before Chizuru's, which was Yuki's, kind of had a lot of backlash, a lot of mixed opinions, so people were kind of saving for the next banner, which was Chizuru. So I think the Chizuru banner definitely pulled in a lot of revenue as well, which is a great sign for the game, right? Pulling this amount of money, honestly, for month 3 is absolutely amazing. Technically, it's month 2 because it released at the end of October, but still, you know, it's a great sign, and honestly, it just gives a lot of hope for the future of the game. Even though it was not looking bad at all, it just gives me a lot of hope that we'll keep, you know, doing well. And I think, you know, a lot of the reason why people are, you know, spending on the game is because, one, even though the game isn't perfect, the devs are responding very fast. They're hawk fixing things like almost daily, which is a great sign, and also communicating very well. The roadmap was a huge win for everyone because, you know, when we saw the live stream, it just planned out everything that, you know, was to come with the new season, even some quality of life updates and stuff like that, which was insanely good. And, you know, I think people are just satisfied with how the developers were responding. Even though there was some drama at the start of the release, you know, I think on the global side, people didn't really care too much, especially because we got a ton of summons. But honestly, you know, I'm very happy with how the game is coming along. On top of that, right, the revenue is looking really good, but you have to realize that the shop doesn't really have a lot of stuff to buy. So honestly, I hope that they include some better stuff in terms of packs, because even though there's some cool packs, all of these are for summons, right? The other ones like that are in the game, not really that useful. Like everything that you get in terms of being worth it is going to be summons or crystals. And that's a good way to monetize for sure. But could you imagine if they implement just like any skins for these characters? Like Serennial has the base artwork here, but if you guys didn't know, if we look at the lobby screen for Serennial, which I'm not going to censor, so I've heard people got demonetized for this, hopefully I don't. Like, could you imagine if this was a playable skin and they sold it for real money? Like, could you imagine this? Or like anything in the backgrounds, like even this. Now that I think about it, if they make any of these these lobby backgrounds into skins, like Schoolgirl, Rei as well, and Chizuru with like the kimono on as well, this game would print money. Because if you think about it, why are people playing the game, right? It's for the gacha aspect, obviously, to pull for waifus, but also because it's waifus. It's a Gooner game for sure. I don't think they're sugarcoating it anymore. which is going to have a player base that is willing to spend not only on summons to pull for the characters, but also for skins. So I know for sure they're definitely thinking about skins, and they will release skins no matter what, because in their other game, Epic 7, they make a ton of money off skins there too, and their skins are very, very good. So hopefully we do get these skins soon, because even though the artworks for a lot of these characters, even the base designs look amazing, there is so much potential with skins in this game, especially with the animations that you get with like ego skills, with certain cards as well, as you guys know, that have those special effects. So I'm really hoping that we do get some skins in this game, because the base models for everything look amazing, so it makes it so that the skins can even be more amazing. So yeah, just wanted to talk about the revenue today. I know a lot of people got burnt out, and I know a ton of people actually quit, but it looks very promising for the future. And I think if they just make a little bit more tweaks to the game's QL, and especially fix like the translations and the card text in this game, I think the game will do really well, especially because they have that roadmap that shows that there's going to be a lot of changes coming, which will make farming and the time investment a lot lower. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Let me know down below what you guys think about this entire thing, and I'll see you guys next time.